Okay, today we're going to take a look at using some of the LED blocks in the Hummingbird to turn lights on and off in Snap. And so a couple of block categories that we're going to look at. One is the looks category, and I'm going to pull out the LED blocks, a couple of them, and I'm going to pull out under controls. So in general, you have one of the header blocks that is, or what they call hat blocks, which is when green flag clicked, start something, and that's that green flag up here. Just like if those of you who use Scratch would see something very similar. So that means when I start my program, do this. I'm going to actually use one based on a keystroke. So I'm going to say when spacebar is clicked, do this. And so I'm just going to connect a LED block there. This means port 1 of my Hummingbird, the LED that's connected to there, I would like you to turn on at about 50% of brightness. Okay, and because I happen to have two LEDs hooked up, I'm going to actually put this here and select port 2 also at 50%. So what I'm saying is when I press the space bar, go ahead and light up the two lights. And so I'm going to do that here, and hopefully you'll see that in the video as well, that these lights have just lit up. Okay, and I might put another one in there that says when the down arrow key is pressed, I'm going to take these two and I'm going to duplicate them. Okay, I just right clicked on those. You can also control click on them. And then I'm going to say that when the down arrow is pressed to make the lights go off. And so if I hit the down arrow, those lights turn off. So this is a very easy way to get lights to turn on and off. You might also see if you can make them blink. So if I were to do something like, let's say, I don't know, repeat 10 times. Maybe we want them to light up and then wait for a second. Let's even wait for a half a second, and then we want them to turn off, and we want to do that 10 times based on the space bar. We can do that, and that would look like this. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how to make something blink. So the other LED that you have as part of the Hummingbird kit is the tricolor LED, and there are two ports for tricolor LEDs. I happen to have my one light currently connected to port 1. And so what I'm going to show you is notice that here in the code block for the tricolor LED, there are combinations of red, green, and blue, and you can mix and match however you want to blend the colors to make the LED come out either purely red, green, or blue, or maybe purple or yellow or orange. It just depends on what percentages you give to each of these values. And so just really simply, I'm going to try one that gives us 3 different colors that I'm going to blink through. So I'm going to go back up to my control blocks, and I'm going to bring out the repeat block here, and we're going to say for 10 repeats, we're actually going to flip through red, green, and blue. And so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to throw in the red, and then I'm going to have it wait just sort of again a half second, and I'm going to duplicate these, and then I'm going to have it go into green, and then I'm going to duplicate these and have it go into blue. And I might throw in one more combination there, which would be here, and we're going to go with, let's go with 50% red and 50% blue to see what that does. And we're going to have it repeat 10 times. So let's see how this actually plays out here. So I'm going to hit the space bar. And what you're seeing on the screen is the flipping through of these different colors repeated 10 times. All right, and again, you can do sort of any combination of each of these blends, and you can choose to repeat or to blink or whatever combinations you want to try. Okay, and I would probably put one last one here like this after the repeats to turn off like that, and then it'll actually turn off. Okay, and for these last two, I'm just going to make these react off of the when flag clicked trigger, and so I'm going to pull out the microbit print and the microbit display. So let's start first with the microbit print. I might say something like, hello, my name is Jojo. Okay, and when I do that and I start my recording here so that you can see this, when I click on the flag, you'll start to see that the letters get printed across the microbit's screen. Okay, so it's printing out each of those letters, and it just will do it once. Okay, the next thing you can do is actually get it to display a symbol. So it might be, in fact, I'll remove that one for now and just bring this one up. You might get it to display something like a happy face. All right, so I'm going to stop and start. And there's my happy face. And if you wanted to make it change, you can, of course, bring in your different repeats or your different forever loop. Maybe you wanted to do a forever loop that said, forever, I would like to change it back and forth between something that looks like this and something that looks like this. Okay, and maybe I'll put a pause in between there of 1 second, like that. And let's see what that does. Okay, so you can see it flipping back and forth. So there you have it, all of the different light codes or light code blocks in Snap.